Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, we are group 6. My name M.DIMAS ARYA and my friends Indah, FEBI, YORANDA, RAHMAH, DIAN, PUTRI, and ANDIKA, JOSUA. In this video, we will present and explain our presentation about word meaning. So listen carefully and let's start the video.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Indah, FEBI, YORANDA. My student number is 41. I will deliver my material. The title is Word Meaning about Dictionaries. A dictionary is a central part of the description of any language. A good ordinary household dictionary typically gives at least 3 kinds of information about words. Phonological information about how the word is pronounced, grammatical, syntactical, and morphological information about each part of speech, example, noun, verb, and inflection, example for plural, number, or past tense, or semantic information about the word's meaning. For example, you can see in the dictionary, for example, in the word green, the word processing or pronunciation is called phonological, and the adjectives here are grammatical on the word green. And the meaning of the word here is called semantic. On each the ordinary dictionary, the Semantics dictionary contains word order as it is written like a pronunciation called a phonological, which distinguishes a grammatical in each word, and the meaning of the word called semantic in the dictionary. Therefore, the dictionary constructed by a semantics is supposed to represent important aspects of the mental knowledge about meaning that any typical native speaker of the language would have. Ordinary dictionary usually fail to cater for all the aspects of this mental knowledge. The next is properties of dictionaries. Interconnectedness. In all dictionaries, definitions are in most of the time interconnected. It is a feature that is desirable and cannot be avoidable. It is more relied on by semantics as they aim to represent comprehensively knowledge a native speaker has about all sense relation between predicates. Semantics are interested more in word sense relation, hyponym, antonym, polysemy, etc. The next is semantic primes. Meta-language which incorporates elements of the object language can also be said to defer full payment. Only a meta-language which is completely independent of the object language is in a position to offer a complete, a non-circular explanation in which every definitum receives its own semantic analysis independently of the analysis of the others. Without such a meta-language, there will always be residue of unexplained terms which escape definition. They are actually words that cannot be understood with simple words, and they are difficult to define without resorting to other ambiguous terms. The equivalent of semantic primes in ordinary dictionary are the use of technique or abstruse terms in definition, or in some cases define the words in another unfamiliar language too. For example, male of the state that can be get offspring by performing the fertilizing function of plants whose flower contain only fecundating organs of men or male animals or plants. The next is the framework of logic. Another important property that semantics use in dictionaries to describe the meaning. Note that those technical terms are not used by ordinary dictionaries to mislead in understanding of a term, but rather to describe the meaning. Both semantics and ordinary dictionaries writers aim to describe the sense relation between predicates as they understand them in their own everyday life, a synonym, antonym, etc. The next is precision. The main and essential property of any dictionary is precision. A good ordinary dictionary achieves high standard of precision. However, in many cases they fail to define some words with enough exactness. I think that's all my material. The next material will be delivered by DIAN ARYA. Thank you for your attention.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is M.DIMAS. So I will continue my friend's explanation about properties of dictionaries. So the distinction between homonym and polysemy is in many cases rather arbitrarily drawn. It would increase the precision of the dictionary to use a device for distinguishing even closely related sense of the same word. The second thing is, another way in which an ordinary dictionary lacks precision is by its frequent use of vague terms such as etc., more or less, especially, and usually. One difficulty can be avoided by simply using subscript or superscript numbers to indicate each separate sense of a word, and it can well be argued that the use of such vague terms as etc., more or less, especially, and usually is unavoidable. Next, about sense relations that affect word meaning. The first one is incompatibility. Incompatibility is a mutual and binary exclusiveness within the same subordinate category. For example, male and female. Male is not compatible with female, because in the definition given the female there is no any mention of the predicate of male. The second one is symmetry. Symmetry is interchangeability and belong of X to Y and vice versa. For example, the symmetry of join and of marry. In the definition of join there is no any explicit indication that join is a so-called symmetric predicate, i.e. that if X is joined to Y, then Y must also be joined to X. The third one is hyponymy, or we can be defined as inclusion of meaning. For example, cat is a hyponymy of animal. Another one, apple, banana, and jackfruits are hyponymy of fruits. Indonesia, Malaysia, and Thailand is hyponymy of country. Next, we discuss about a dictionary and an encyclopedia. A dictionary, or knowledge of meaning, describes the sense of predicates. A dictionary is primarily focused on the words and their definition, and typically provides limited information, analysis of different forms, and an etymology for the words defined. An encyclopedia, or factual knowledge, contains factual information of a variety of types, but generally no information specifically on the meaning of words. On the other hand, seeks to discuss each subject in more depth and convey the accumulated knowledge on that subject. Now, how to differentiate between dictionaries and encyclopedias? Here's some clues to differentiate between dictionaries and encyclopedias. The first criterion is object. In dictionary, linguistic properties of linguistic units represented by lemmas, while in encyclopedia, properties of objects designated by lemmas. Second describes. In dictionary, use of linguistic units, while in the encyclopedia describe about world knowledge. Third criterion is about the lemmas. In dictionary, the lemmas is any word class, while in encyclopedia, the lemmas is only nouns. For addition, dictionaries only define words, while encyclopedias give facts and history on people, places, and things. Sometimes the articles in encyclopedias can be very long, while in the dictionary, the definitions of words are usually brief. Dictionaries have verbs, adjectives, pronouns, and others, while in encyclopedias only have nouns in them. So that's all my explanation. Next material will be delivered with RAHMAH and PUTRI. Thank you so much for attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is RAHMAH PUTRI, and on this occasion, I would like to continue the material. Unit 17 is talking about meaning postulate. What meaning postulate is? Meaning postulate is a formula expressing some aspect of the sense of the predicate. For example, X man, X human being, X girl, X female. The examples express that man in sense 1 is synonym of human being and girl is synonym of female. Next, in meaning postulate, the predicate can be represented directly and indirectly. For example, X metal, X mineral, X mineral, X substance. The example is stated explicitly that metal is hyponym of mineral, mineral is hyponym of substance. So we can conclude that metal is hyponym of substance. We put it in indirectly example. Why? Because there is no need to state explicitly that metal is hyponym of substance. Negative connective. The negative connective can be used to account for relations of binary antonymy. The sign of the negative connective is negation, and we carry it as not. For example, asleep, X asleep, X not awake. Male, X male, X not female. Concrete, X concrete, X not abstract. Contradiction and anomaly. Contradiction is most certainly a logical term. The basic form of the logical contradiction is P and negation P. For example, John is here and John is not here. Anomaly. Anomaly is semantic oddness that can be traced to the meaning of the predicate in sentence concerned. For example, Christopher is killing phoneme. The sentence is anomalous because the meaning of the predicate kill and phoneme cannot be combined in this way. I think that's all about my material. The next material will be delivered by Joshua. I think that's all. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you for the time. My name is ANDIKA JOSUA. Right now I would like to give the example of using the meaning postulate formulate. Right now I have an incomplete chain of addiction reducing the anomalous sentence, or the anomaly sentence is the idea slips. So we're gonna try to make a basic contradiction from this sentence. The first is form meaning postulate relating slip and concrete. Is this idea is concrete, and then the tautology is the idea is an idea. The form meaning postulate relating idea to abstract is this idea is abstract, and then the form meaning postulate expressing antonymy of abstract and concrete is this idea is not concrete. So the contradiction of form P and negation P is the idea is concrete and the idea is not concrete. The next is all about the example above have involved one place predicate. Hyponymy relation between two place predicates can also be expressed by meaning postulate. This is the omitted states are. The omitted states are, the first is the idea is concrete become the idea is abstract, then become the idea is not concrete. Next, here I would like to give an example to give the meaning postulate to account for the hyponymy. Example is X father Y, X parent Y. So we can paraphrasable as if X is Y's parents, Y's father, then X is Y's parent. I have two examples more, and the answer is X son Y, X child Y, X kick Y, X strike Y. The first is if we paraphrasable as if X is Y's son, then X is Y's child. Then if X is Y's kick, then X is Y's strike. Then the next is we're gonna try to formulate the meaning postulate to account. So is from the formal sentence. We're gonna try to make the formulate of meaning postulates. The example is strike is restricted to concrete objects. John struck the table is fine, but John struck mother is not. So the formulate of meaning postulate is X struck Y concrete. And then I have two more example. The first is hit requires a concrete object, and then nourish requires an animate object. The answer is 1. X hit Y concrete. Number 2. X nourish Y animate. I think that's all for the example of meaning postulate. So from the already explanation about meaning postulate, we can see that meaning postulate play a central part in the traditional approach to contrasting a semantic dictionary. Meaning postulate can be used to deduce information about sense relation, including hyponymy and some forms like antonymy, selectional, restriction, and anomaly. I think that's enough from my presentation, and I would like to say sorry if my group have some mistakes when we delivering our presentation. And last, I said Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.